November 4, 2017 0901, MST Ken Ham's blog yesterday says, there are some things you've just got to see in person to comprehend. The italics are his, but I think the pictures are probably good enough. For in that link you will see, miracle of miracles, Goliath spear, all 12.7 feet and 33.1 pounds of it. Mr. Ham tells us, Sheldon Rhodes and Chris Allen have worked since 2013 to first determine what Goliath spear would have looked like, what materials it would have likely been made from, and how it would have originally been crafted. They reached out to Answers in Genesis for help in researching this project, and Troy Lacey, who handles phone, email, and letter correspondence, provided them with historical data. In thanks for his efforts and the ongoing work of the Creation Museum in sharing the message of biblical authority and the gospel, Sheldon and Chris donated one of their spears to the Creation Museum. The spearhead and the counterweight at the tail end are made of iron, and the shaft is red oak. I understand that the Philistines had iron, and I shall assume that at least one of the oak trees mentioned in the Bible in Genesis and Joshua was a red oak. Dan Phelps, who sent us the link to the article, is somewhat more circumspect than Mr. Ham. It could be twice as big, or only half size, and one couldn't prove it was wrong. The Ark has brought out a golden age of creationism wherein they just make bullshit up. No matter how big his spear, I think that Goliath would have been a sitting duck for a kid with a sling. A shepherd who protects his sheep and kills wolves with a sling will have no trouble killing a giant from a distance beyond the range of his spear. The battle between David and Goliath reminds me of nothing more than a famous scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark where a vicious-looking villain brandishes a scimitar and is promptly shot from some distance by, if you will excuse the expression, a good guy with a gun. David was not impressed with the length of Goliath's spear, and you should not be either. The shuckle varied with time and space, but let us say it was around 0.5 ounces, so Goliath's spear or the iron in it would have weighed around 20 pounds. Samuel does not tell us length of Goliath's spear, but tells us that Goliath himself was approximately 6 cubits tall, or perhaps 9 feet, so the estimates of the spear's length and weight are not wholly unreasonable. My apologies to those who live outside the United States and use God's units of measure. 20 feet is around 6 meters, and 20 pounds is around 10 kilograms. You will have to ask an archaeologist, not a physicist, whether spears in those days looked like that.